Because Inferno basically gives us the best of one right here and what team will advance. And that to me is a twist in the storyline that is Mousesports and ENCE in this lower bracket matchup.
Yeah, 3-loss streak for ENCE on this map recently, so looking for a big recovery. If they can do it, that'll be all the more impressive with Mousesports rising through the ranks and looking pretty good with this BMS addition. The role's changed and a new face for Mousesports, but the old boys of ENCE going to long it out. We'll have to wait and see. It's Inferno. Knife round done and dusted. Mousesports on that CT side. Kit nade on Carrigan, and into the action we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's going to be a quad A setup here for Mouse as they keep 4 on 8. Who knew?
No way.
Wow.
That's what quad means. So we would say quad bike, they mean 4 bikes. Frozen. He's a solo B player. That means there's one man on B.
Who is it?
Frozen.
Oh.
When people say Han Solo, that means there's one Han.
Pretty much nailed that.
Yeah. Well, from solo to no-no, as it's going to be a play here for ENCE. At least that's how it's looking. They're throwing some utility here, but they do still have Sergey at Banana, so there's always a chance that that changes. You know, this is where they're showing their hand early on, but that does not necessarily mean that's where the push is coming. Nade goes through. Not going to find the most amount of damage, and the boost quickly disassembled. Ooh. But BMAS, we were wondering if he can recover after that quiet performance on Train. And already beginning this pistol with 2. Rop's there to help out from short side. And now this B play looks very, very tempting. Mouse, they rotate Frozen away, and Sunny caught down at the bottom of ramp. That bomb dropped, and Sergey's got to rotate in to go get it.
Mouse aren't rushing him, right? They know the bomb's there, but they don't want to give that Glock the close fights it desires. P2 picked up by Sergey, but giving time for Frozen to set up in the site. Carrigan rotating back, and Rops will be coming in on a flank when he knows this is a commitment. 10 seconds. Sergey's got to go, and he's got to go now, and there's too many angles to clear. He's going to get killed in the plant, almost certainly. Oh, okay, yep. Never a second of doubt in my mind. Frozen doesn't even get the kill. It's Carrigan stealing it away. Mousesports with a pistol round. A nice little A setup there. ENCE didn't even know they were walking into 4. They only ever saw 3. And that was enough to deter them, to perturb them, and to send them right back.
This, right, you want to look at defining moments in a round, it's that from Robs. Spotting the man in middle running back and getting the kind of idea as to what ENCE are attempting to do in that round. He just rushes the player with the bomb, drops it, and that's enough for Mousesports to get away scot-free. Now in this round, you know, we talk about Scots. In this instance, we're talking Michael, because all the paper was in favor of Mousesports. They came in with a bye here. And Chris J, actually only good for 1, traded by Ali. You've got to be careful to not throw away too much from this B aggression. And luckily enough, Frozen's remaining composed down at the bottom of Banana. Rop's there to help out, and he's going to put up all the kills in the round. Mouse, they lock in that conversion, and now the buy round is ready to come in for ENCE.
Yeah, still sort of bonusy for Mouse, right? Only 1 SMG, but triple FAMAS. AKs are out, flash to ult. They're going to aggress down mid. Rops for 1 through the smoke as he runs and then ducks out. Great grenade to follow. Hits Sergey for 51. That's some lovely damage to start. Mousesports immediately pre-rotate triple B. Carrigan goes to assist, and that is a great call. Not only do they only spot a single player in middle, already hinting at that banana control for ENCE if it wasn't ult. Also, ENCE kind of desperate, right? An untraded kill. And so B is often a safe home, a safe haven for Tees to just throw those 2 smokes and execute in safely. Into a triple stack. Chris leaving, though. It's got a bit quiet. Frozen trying to block the smoke, but he's blind, gets pushed back. Yampi is already in. Karrigan is trapped and does try and buy himself some time with that utility. Doing a good job of staying alive. Chris does die as he comes through the smoke, but Karrigan dropping the bomb at the back of the site and still standing strong in the smoke. Frozen lets one pass, but he will be able to backstab Alu as he turns back around, and that is a clean hold from Karrigan and co. 3 from him at the back of B. I like that smoke as well on the new box, right? ENCE, they spend so much time spamming it. Karrigan never plays it. He just hides behind new box. Beautiful shots. 3 for him, 3 for Mouse. In control early on, puts ENCE on eco. Uh-oh. Run.
Nah, man, Tech9, it's cool. You're never scared of them. Doesn't even sound scary, does it? Tech9. The Deagle, though, now that's a gun that evokes some emotions, right? That's a gun that evokes fear, excitement. Tech9 kind of sounds like, I don't know, man, someone's slapping their hands on the top of the bathwater, like. There it is, look, you can hear it now, perfectly timed. Yampi in with the push, and, well, does not go well for him. You can still hear that, Tech9.
Oh, Robs, you're crazy.
Robs is crazy. Robs the kind of guy to get a little too crazy. It's quickly dealt with by BMAS. However, Rops is now regretting that decision a hell of a lot. As this A site has crumbled. This was never meant to be an ENCE round. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Karrigan and Frozen left in a 2-on-2 retake. Guns have been retrieved, and AK on Sergey needs to make all the difference here. As Karrigan moving in from the library, he's got Frozen alongside him. 2 Molotovs can be used to force these players out of these positions in the site. The fact that they don't have one for the pit could cause some problems, and that Molotov misses. Sergey fighting through it. Whittled down, has support from the pit player. Now Mouse know where both these players are. They try and smoke off the pit, but someone has to deal with Sergey, and no one's up to the task. He wins that round out along with Sunny. As ENCE claim their first, and it's all on the back of Mouse getting just a little bit overzealous.
Yeah, I don't even think there was anything necessarily wrong with the play from Rops, right? Like, he's got BMAS there to trade, but he whiffs his shot. Sunny gets the entry out of apartments, and it all just kind of comes crumbling down in an instant. It goes from good to bad, and ENCE get a bomb plant. They get an AK in the post plant as well. Sunny, they had no idea where he was. Mousesports were mollying bomb site, right? That second molly did miss, but the first was for the back. They had no idea he was cross pit, and so Mousesports, big old AWP buy into their 5th, fast through the Molotovs, smoking them off. ENCE at the top of B, but at what cost? Chris is going to re-aggress, holding for it, and he is so ready. Would have been nice to see a flash play there from Mousesports to aggress. Frozen had one available. Now man down, and ENCE could just commit.
And here they come, Frozen in with one, but Yampi trades it through the smoke. And so we're plunged into a bit of a rough spot here. A 3-on-4 for Mouse. Now, they could save, but inside of this B site, there's a 3-on-3 given over temporarily, and that tag from Karrigan has softened up Yampi. Sergey's holding for the boost, and that was a death sentence waiting for Rops. That's going to trigger the save, and Sunny still wrapping around in through the long side of A. He might be able to find both of these saving players. Disaster about to strike in the library, and there it is, BMAS gone. Karrigan wants to get away with this AWP, but is Sunny going to let him? Does not have a choice in the matter. Because, of course, when you're a pro and you know scoping,
100%.
100% every time.
No fail.
I don't understand it. You seen that clip of Simple? Where he runs into B-site Mirage? Like 4 no-scopes. He's only no-scoping as like a bit of a meme. Disgusting.
He knows something, man. He's pretty crazy with the no-scopes.
Yeah.
No one else does it to the same consistency.
Which one of you don't know how to scope when you've got an AWP? Disgusting.
Yeah, simple up-and-coming player, of course,
Might have heard of him.
from the CIS region.
Orb is all they got. Robs with the Zeus. I'm always a fan. Arrogant. Third time's the charm. He does get up. BMAS boosting him, and Alu is holding for it. What a sweaty spot. Very ready, but that's a free ult for BMAS, and he is very happy at that idea. Frozen alone on B. Robs is gone with the Zeus in the apartments, and Sunny running it out. Okay, full send. I actually like the play for Sunny, like capitalizing on that pick, but double dink down by the pistol in the A site, and now a chance. Although I say that, ENCE already planting B, and Frozen's had to give it up. He had no weapon to really stop this one. And so it might be best to save these 2 guns over on the A site.
Oh, that's all the excitement in the round over and done with. And now we join Chris J and BMAS in the relaxation corner down here in the pit. Take it away, you two. You feeling relaxed yet? As Chris was, 3-3. As ENCE come in with that anti-eco round. You get the AWP out of there. You keep the AK in play as well. That's all right if you're Mousesports, because now you've got this full buy coming on through, and Chris going to be donning that AWP. Looks like it's spawn-based as well, maybe? He has an all right mid-spawn, but he's actually running it over here towards B. Are we going to see him attempt the peek? Oh, he got stuck on Frozen. That slowed him down a tiny bit. He's going to get here too late to go for an aggressive banana peek. Molly.
Oh.
Might force a fight their way that they weren't ready for. They weren't expecting, but Chris responds, thankfully, to take that early advantage from Mouse and send a bit of a reminder ENCE's way that you don't get to just run the gauntlet into B.
Although ENCE, they might run the gauntlet into B after all. 3 up banana and only 2 here for Mouse, right? Running standard setup, so easy execute territory for ENCE, and these B plays have looked lovely every single time. Gotta force utility out, seeing if there's any left. Chris does have a smoke, but he doesn't want to drop it when he's scoped up. Person has a Molotov, ready with it. Only 1 smoke, and ENCE send a player back to try and fake out the A site. Sunny throwing the long smoke and doubling back into the B play. All this utility raining in is so clear to Mousesports, but there's very little they can do about it. Frozen has to hold strong. He's been mollied out. Oh, it hasn't spread. He's got a bit of a room to live. Chris has smoked it off, but it actually wasn't required, and it's given away his position. Sergey checks it as Frozen looks away. He was scared of getting wrapped from the right side, and for good reason. He was being. If he waited for a second longer, that might have been his kill. Carrigan shot through the smoke as it dissipates. Chris now stuck in ruins. They let him go. That's a win, as far as I'm concerned. But ultimately, still a loss. Still an ENCE round. 4 on this T side. Some very nice B plays. It's something that Mousesports have to address. 4 in a row.
It's getting a little bit worrying. Still early days, right? But yeah, this B site causing some real problems for Mouse. Chris back on that AWP, back on the big green. Frozen trying to go aggressive, and Carrigan throwing his life away. And now ENCE, they're like, well, they've rolled out the red carpet for us, boys. Let's go. Chris J, the doorman, can he put a stop to this? Not able to stay alive. Gets dealt with, and the B site falls into Finnish hands again. Save Sports here. doing all they can to keep this money looking pretty. But the scoreline deficit certainly is pretty ugly.
Even the triple B there, Mousesports, again, throwing caution to the wind, going through the smokes, really trying to fight tooth and nail. And when you get 2 B picks that quickly for ENCE, you're always going to elevate the pace, you're always going to commit. And Chris caught out in the open, only able to get 1 with him. Even though the smoke and CT was blocked, it was not a worry. Has Mousesports again saving in this site. And oh boy, ENCE want to hunt this one down. They are hungry for it. Molly in Graveyard. Rob's in the site. Sunny looks the wrong way. Oh, he still turns back for the kill. Only a dink for Robs. That is horrible for it to go that way. BMAS just gets out alive. Peak from Apps at the last possible second.
Look at this boost though. See that?
Yeah.
We'll recap that one in a minute.
I'd love to see more flashes for Mousesports, like when they want to go for these aggressive plays. Like all of them are giving ENCE picks. Yeah, nice.
Talk to me about this one, Hugo. How is this going to benefit him? It's a bold move, right? It's a bold move. We haven't seen this one in years. Chickens, man. They've mastered the art of vertical takeoff. And that's a scary thought indeed. Now, Yampy down here at Banana. Gets a lot of HP taken off in this round. And more nades to follow. And that'll prompt the rotation away from Carragher. He dumps his utility down through the Banana. And then looks to fade away. Still waiting here, actually. Very, very paranoid about the B plays, the Mouse. And with good reason. From reason to raisins, as Rops tries to get one of his 5 a day down through mid. Misses the timing onto Alu.
Uh-oh.
That Molly might force BMAS into the waiting AWP, but he's been able to stay alive. Jumping over the crosshair.
Carragher's coming in to patch this long hole, but there's already a player that's gone past him. Alu does die, but is that misinfo for Carragher? Does he think he's got this under control? Contained, it's not. Sunny, watched by Rops in the pit. The player out of apartments wasn't covered by BMAS. He was looking at Shaw, and that's a kill that never really should have come through in the favor of ENCE. Given them a chance, but a 2-on-4. Yampy's got to hit some bangers with this AWP. He could even wallbang Carragher out. All he needs is a bit of an inkling, a bit of a peek, an idea as to where he is. Smoke. Carragher baits a shot. Yampy moving in with this player in the site. BMAS has the cover, and Mousesports finally deal with it. When it ends it ends all Mousesports, but it's not the most common ending for ENCE as they've been abusing these B-bomb sites. Still a nice round for Carragher and Robs. The communication was there for Mousesports. That's key, right? Carragher makes a call like, I'm wrapping long, I'm going through archway. They could slip by. He gets a kill, and you know, you sometimes see players like if they get a kill there, they think, oh, I've got it, I've covered it, it's fine. But no, Robs was watching the long smoke, and even though he does unfortunately die to the apps play that has been pretty frequent for ENCE, it's still going to be Mousesports trading their way to a win.
Not so easy for ENCE.
Ooh.
Peek in middle,
Oh, no.
not comfortable for anyone involved. Aerial comes out on top of that. With Rops falling, 4-on-4 though. Even numbers. Smoke dropped to the end of apartments. Sunny, probably not happy about that. But what can you do? Meanwhile, over on the B side of the map, it's gonna be that of Sergey, putting down a little bit of pressure on Banana. He's gonna have to double back, get the bomb. Keys to the A site are right here, and it's all in Bemis's hand. Not able to secure that opening frag. Or closing frag, I should say.
Yeah, I like the fact that ENCE commit A there after they get that first kill, even before Alu finds one on short with the AWP. They know that Mousesports are scared of these late B plays for ENCE, and so, you know, while you often will see teams who go 4-4 in this map risk with a solo B with a utility and leave 3A, Mousesports didn't want to make that call because of how so many of these rounds have ended up. That gives ENCE the perfect opportunity to take the A site in that round. And again, a save situation for Mousesports. Sunny isn't hunting, but he is down T-ramp waiting.
Well, ENCE get a slow start, but they do get their foot in the door. For Mousesports, well, back into the hidey hole they go. The goal hole here is 16.
Yeah, and ENCE, you know, looking really good. They've kind of conditioned Mouse a lot to have to worry about this B site, and that's definitely hamstringing them in some of these mid-round scenarios, as they're often caught kind of jiggling players around. You know, they're attempting a few different things like these mid peaks, but nothing really giving the results you were hoping for. This is nice though. I like this. They try and go aggressive in the apartments, and you've got Rops and BMAS here. This is two of your star players back to back to play off of one another. Ooh. Now that mid smoke, that is ugly.
Leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, you know, it's still okay.
It's like just enough for you to like.
Yeah, like, you know, it's done its job. It's like, you know, you can make toast in the microwave if you wanted to, but it'd just be disgusting.
How long would that take?
I don't know. I've never tried it, but I imagine, you know, there's some logic there.
Try it tonight. I'm gonna go put some bread in the microwave. We're gonna see what happens. Or perhaps you've done just that. Let me know before I burn down the hotel.
Oh, right now, ENCE, they're trying to set the world on fire over in this A site. And Mauers, they've lent 3 into B at the worst possible timing. Sergey just making noise, keeping this stack here. And this is that conditioning that we talk about, right? Luckily enough, Rops has started this round off well for Mauers, and that might repel ENCE away from A. However, with Sergey joining them, that to me suggests this is still an A play, right? He's given up the banana control, and here comes the push. Rops in with another. Now the rest of the gang have to finish what Rops started. BMAS falling right away, but it's Carrigan to swoop on in and save the day. Alu left in the clutch, and they might try and find him after time here. Oh. Carrigan dropped, and almost to follow up through that smoke. No time for the bomb plant regardless, and they do let Alu survive with the AWP.
And perhaps now I just remind you of what to expect for tomorrow. Spirit Astralis, we're gonna have Na'Vi Complexity, and then Big Heroic. So we're gonna set your timers and raise your dongers.
Na'Vi Cole, that's a really cool matchup, right? Like even with Cole not having, you know, the full roster. Yeah.
I don't wonder what to expect right there, right?
Yeah, I expect Na'Vi to bring a good level, right? Like, obviously, they were in different groups. We didn't get that head-to-head. Na'Vi topped their group, looked damn good while doing it. And with every day that passes, I feel like NATO's going to get more comfortable inside of Cole. He looked good in his debut. Oh, dear, that could have been Carrigan dead. BMAS does cover, killing area, but tucked in the corner, dinked by 1. What on earth? What a calamity in middle. ENCE come out on top in a 4-on-2. And Mousesports, again, heartbreaking call, but probably one they have to make. Save.
Oh, and they even lose Frozen. You know, at least if he was able to save, he can drop a gun over. You can try and muster up a buy. And they even want to hunt down Chris. With good reason. ENCE have built up a bank account. They've earned this hunt. And with 2 here at top banana, Alu making noise, trying to bait that peak, and then swinging later once they've dealt with Sergey. Gets the trade, takes the AWP away. And that's going to leave Maus staring down the barrel of a partial buy in round 13, with ENCE pulling ahead in a big way here. Don't know how Alu hits that one, but he does. Slow start to the series from Alu, but come trade, he was looking great. And keeping up appearances here on Inferno, that's not what you want if you're Maus. Nades exchange down the banana. 2 throwing in for ENCE, 1 from Maus. And Mousesports do a lot of damage with theirs. Is that going to matter though? Likely, the answer is no.
It's not optimal. Does look cool.
This is cool. While this might get you 1, you're surely dead to trades. Like, it's not leaving much to the imagination as to where both players are here inside of B. And even then, it doesn't get them one.
Yeah, the cool thing about that is you like sort of avoid the flash. I say that Frozen did get blind, but most of the normal flashes go over the roof and aren't going to get you. Chris, impressive that he even finds a kill there, but ENCE, they see that weird boost and they're like, nah, I want nothing to do with this. They consider a stacked bomb site and they go back towards A. This has been a really well-called T side from the ENCE boys. Sunny in the apartments has been quite the nuisance, and another kill from him. Sergey flicking left, right, and good night, Carrigan. It's BMAS alone, not for long. Now just Chris. And he is cross. It's ENCE up to 8 on the T side. And yeah, just the calls have been great. Like, everyone's been on the same page, on the fly rotations for ENCE as Inferno often requires, and no issues with bailing from their initial plans.
I would love to see Mousesports run back this apps aggression with BMAS and Robs, and maybe just commit to it a little bit harder, right? Because you know that ENCE are throwing that banking Molotov in through apps that cuts off the balcony push. But if you're fast, you can get there as that molly falls into place. Because the problem is, whenever they've tried leaning into these like 3-man B setups, ENCE have just done a really good job of like gimmicking those rotations around and nullifying these stacks.
Decent utility on either side. Everyone taking a bit of a beating in Banana. It's a battleground, and ENCE could just commit again into a flat-out B play with both Chris and Frozen committed. Molotov on Chris, but again, like with the AWP, you don't want to unscope, you don't want to look away, because you know the second you do, you're going to be killed. Yampy throwing the flash. They're just going to go in for like a pop flash. They're not even going to set up execute smokes. No telegraph, no warning. Chris has got to hit something and he can't. Frozen smokes his Molotov, but overwhelmed by Aerial with a double entry, and ENCE running the board again. 9 T-side rounds, forcing the save. This is just painful. Inferno going down well for the Finns. And Mousesports with nothing to say. And it's like even little solutions like this, like more aggro mid plays for Mousesports, could be the answer to getting these fast banana flanks. But two things. One, Mousesports aren't ever putting up any defensive kills on this B bomb site. They're just getting overwhelmed. They're never trading fairly. And also, ENCE are not making it clear that they're hitting B, right? And a lot of the times when Mousesports have even tried to fight for the top of middle, they've just been overwhelmed by the all posted up, killed by players in underpass. And so it's just a constant switch up for ENCE that keeps Mouse on their toes, trying to save guns. They get away with a couple.
Yeah, this is like a mixture of some really, really good T-side cooling from ENCE and some pretty weak individuals over on the side of Mouse, sadly falling silent at such an important junction in this game. Chris, the glasses are even off. As he's getting frustrated now. Made into top banana, not going to find anything. Frozen, finally winning an opening fight here at B and taking down another with him. As they try to salvage 6 here at the end of the half, and Frozen decides to not stick around much longer. That is the safe call to make. Mousesports set up back in this A site very, very passively. This is going to allow for very passively, but long side as opposed to like deeply entrenched over towards short and pit. This is going to allow for faster rotates in towards B. They give up the site. They boost Frozen.
Okay.
But what this means is if that CT smoke comes in and a coffin smoke alongside it and you deal with the man on the boost, you get into B.
Yeah, but Mousesports in a 5-on-3 like this, as long as they don't both get entry'd with nothing, they're going to be absolutely fine playing retake. Look at them leaning already to this B bomb, so they know what's going on. And Carrigan can even flash. They're just waiting for the commitment and seeing if there's aggression down mid. They have no information. Taking their time, even playing anti-flash on the AWP. Carrigan doubles back. He doesn't believe what he sees. Now the B play coming through. At least one smoke. The rest will come a little delayed. ENCE committing in this final round of the half.
Ooh, Chris burnt out, but Frozen delivering and on for the ace. Just Alu left to find. We needed someone to step up, and it's this guy, cool as ice, getting boosted up and over. But Carrigan wrapping around, steals the ace away. 6 for Mouse at the end of the first half. A great T-side from ENCE. Who will be taking this series? Who continues in the playoffs? And who heads home? Join us in just a moment to find out.
I'm haunted, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, used to want it bad, but I can't taste it, I can't help you now, okay, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my plate, now I can't think. I said woke up, take a action, now I'm feeling this is it. Want the money, want the rest. I do purse, not no sex. They say, Darnish, why you sad? I said, I just need to think. Red tape, got too close, I hate the city. Black face, show you everything you need to your phone. Can't hit it back. Someone said it's sad. Cause I used to want it bad. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you too many times. Yeah. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you. I know it's in my head. Follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around.
It's ENCE taking on Mousesports here in this third map decider of Inferno. End of the half, ENCE up 9-6. Mouse, they fell flat. They kept having a save, and they just couldn't get their books in order. But here he is, the master of balancing them. It's Carrigan trying to turn it around for Mousesports. Can they do it, though? ENCE have looked very, very convincing here to begin this final map in this elimination series. You want to try and continue through the playoffs? Well, then this victory's needed.
If you did manage to at least catch that match between Mouse and Na'Vi, you did notice that Mouse got 2 CT rounds on Inferno and still pulled it all the way back with 11 T rounds, only to lose the game in number 29. So a bit of a bitter pill to swallow, but we know they've got a T side up their sleeve to keep an eye on. And similar CT side setup to the one of Mouse in the first pistol, 4 on A, solo B. The only difference is this time Mouse are going to be executing into that solo B player, Sonny with utility to stop it. But I say that, how much of a stop can he really put on? You tilt towards A. Mal's looking to wrap long, get into that CT spawn, and they've at least got the mid control for now. Cubby position. Frozen looking to check it, and he does. Oh, double check. Sergey gets away with a kill. Sunny looking to hold on to B. The nade comes in early. Mal's avoid any damage taken. They're going to commit through that smoke. They don't know that only one man lies here, and he goes through with it. Dying in the site, giving Mouse a plant and setting ENCE up for retake.
And this would be a good way for Mouse to try and stumble back to their feet after a pretty lackluster CT side. They get the bomb down. They make B the problem for ENCE, and they now have to try and retake this in even odds. Aerial has got flashes to repel the rest of the Finns in. In they go. There's one. Peeking ahead of it is Rops, and he gets away with a bit of damage. Follows up with one. Lots of damage exchanged either way, but it's Rops emerging victorious right now. And that's going to leave Alu and Sergey out through the ruins. Sergey on with a double, and now a real chance. Rops trying to be the undoing of ENCE on the wraparound as he's in with number 3. As Alu runs out of time. It's not pretty, but it is Rops locking in the round for Mouse with 4.
Yeah, great round for Rops, man. He has been the light in the dark here for Mousesports. 17 and 9. That pistol round certainly helps finding 4. Only player above 10 kills on his team. Obviously, so many saves in that CT side. So many rounds cooled off before they even began, seemingly, for Mousesports. And that was ENCE's doing. Mousesports, well, they give them a taste of their own medicine, right? Bit of a B play. ENCE with solo B, having to rotate into quite the issue. Force up in the second. ENCE want to turn the tide early. And Mousesports, bit of an interesting buy, we'll call it. 4 Mac 10s with an AK on Rops. Far from perfection. Sergey dinked down through the apartments. Rops doesn't know, but he's put one hell of a beating the way of Sergey. 3 on 8 friends. Double setup in the apartments. Position we didn't really get to see all too much in the first half of. Sunny was often running out balcony on his lonesome, but no one else. And no defensive players there either. Good flash. Chris follows up, and he finishes the job that Rob started with a flash and the damage assist. Leaves only Alu on the site.
And here at the Pro League, we love Mac. Caster from down under. Now Mousesports, they love Max 2. And they love Max 10 as they move in with 4 of them in this round. Moving now into this site that's fully stacked for ENCE. They're able to get everyone rotated in because of how much Mouse have slowed this push down. BMAS not going to check the site, and so the exact extent of this problem is unknown. What? Oh dear, Rops just about holds on again. Don't save that. Yeah, puts the AK back in his hands.
I did that earlier today. You know, you think it's a pistol, you're like, oh, grab an upgrade.
I remember, yeah, you clutched 1v2 versus Alu and Sergey, and then you accidentally picked up that.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, it happens to the best of us.
Oh dear, dicey stuff. The Mousesports, they win the round, right? They may have walked into the full stack. They could have called to bail, man. BMAS, as he goes in and dies, he sees at least 2. And so they could have gone, nah, we'll go back to B, man. We got the time, but Mousesports commit, and yeah, they're just fine. We'll call it that. Fast mid-push. Carrigan with a mow down, 4 off of the spray. That is amazing, but it's not an ace, as we haven't had really any opportunities to ace in this series. We've had a lot of almost aces.
Actually, sorry, we've had a lot of opportunities to ace in this series.
That's a better way of wording it. Right?
No aces coming through.
Like, so many 4Ks. No one getting the all 5.
That's Carrigan's 3rd 4K. I think Frozen's had 2.
Rops has had 2.
Rops has had 2.
And I'm just
EMAS has had, I want to say 2 as well, or like 1 at least.
Alu's had 4. Not 4, but like 1 with 4.
Nice, all right, yeah, that's made that very convoluted.
Giving him more credit than he deserves.
Alu's at 4 and 1, and then you subtract them, and here's Sergey subtracting players from the tally on Mouse, in with a double, trying to cause more trouble, but Rops here. Well, deal with him. Now tucked into the graveyard is Aerial. Ready and waiting to pounce with his silenced M4. And here he is, flash is good, gets away with it, and no one even knows. Frozen having to try and mop this up, not able to do it, leaves Rops in another clutch where a 4K is needed once again. Rops, there's the first. The ball down low in the exchange. Sunny aggroing over here at short. And Rops moving into the library, doesn't want to get caught crossing and trying to keep ENCE guessing. The thing is, for ENCE, they don't need to peek, and that couldn't be more key here. Aerial is in a position where he might be checking long on a timing every now and again, but they're not going to give a fight away. And that causes problems for Robs. He needs them to give him these fights. And Aerial does check it, deals with him, and cements that 10th for ENCE.
Well, the Max are back out, Harry, in full force, 2 of which on Mousesports. No Orbs anymore. Carrigan standing in between 2 Molotovs, has to use a smoke to extinguish one. Sunny's going to give up the top of B, but not for long. They want to re-aggress. Look at him. Molly on the sandbag. Sunny's still here. He could get flashed in, but Molly does send him back. Mousesports at least make ENCE concede the top of B, but you can see Yampi's lining up a flash. He's going to pop Sunny back in. He's too far away. It's flash and nothing else. Aerial deals with Rops in the apartments. Typically a very good lurk in this position, but going down early has forced Mousesports' hand. They've just got to commit to a B execute. Does Alu pre-rotate in time? There's the rush. The MAC-10's leading in. BMAS gets one after Carrigan departs the round. Yampi tucked at blue and obliterated by the MAC-10 headshot. Upgrade for BMAS and bomb plant for Mousesports. ENCE are going to definitely give this a look.
Frozen, stay down, and he does get out of there. He does live to tell the tale. A 3-on-3 post plant, but with 2 players low here for Mousesports. Chris J, the only man with HP. And set up over here at Banana with no one coming to contest from this position for ENCE. Now, he is smoked off right now, but eventually that smoke's going to fade. So the more time these players in the site can buy, the better it gets for Chris. BMAS in with another. Chris J helping him out with the crossfire. And Sergey will smoke off the Banana, now pushing for BMAS, who gives nothing up. 4 in the round to tie this up at 10-10. And no money left for ENCE. Mousesports, they have been waiting for an entire half to get to this standpoint. They have been waiting 20 rounds to be in a position where it can be them in the driver's seat. And this is their chance. This is their chance since the pistol in that first half to find themselves in the lead.
There certainly has been a series of T sides right across, especially the last couple of maps. Actually, I say that Nuke was 11-4 in the first half of Mouse as well. ENCE go 10-5 up on their T side of Train. And even though this was looking good for ENCE at one point, Mousesports have crept back into position very quickly. The mid setup Molly's going to be an issue on long, but it's Sergey on short with a dink after 1. Chris gets out with low health, and they're going to double back to B. ENCE are already pre-rotating A. They decide against it as footsteps are no longer heard. Rops has to really sell this fake. He's been spotted in apps. It's kept 3 here for ENCE for the time being, but how much longer can he keep them in the wrong place? No kills offered up. No one even looking at his position. Aerial has his back turned. Alu looking for the cover, but Rob sneaks out and then goes right back in. Now the B play with only Yampi on a USP. This round is looking lost if they just commit. Ooh.
Well, not the prettiest of flashes.
So much damage, so many dinks in this round, but no kills for ENCE. Only Carrigan dead.
Rops v Alu. And Rops. Ooh, that's pretty.
Wow.
That's nice. Little 180. Sunny moving up through Banana. Does have this AK and knows it's a 1v3. Maybe just looking to do damage, but at this point he's creeping in. He looks determined. And Chris J, he just looks right at him. It's as easy as that. 11 on the board for Mouse. They do finally find themselves in pole position. And if they can keep this streak up, right, if you were ever going to win a game on Inferno, as Mousesports learn in that first half, this is how you do it. You keep the CTs always on the back foot in terms of the money. You entice them to have to go for these saves and keep making weak purchases as opposed to having everything they would need, like the AWP on Alu, like full utility to deny this fast Banana control. And so if you're able to keep this up, this is how you close out an Inferno game. This next round can be so important for Mouse. If ENCE win it, suddenly we're tied up all again, right? You know how numbers work? That part's self-explanatory. But ENCE are given a foothold, a way to grind this game back out. If Mouse win it, you're back down to a partial buy on the ENCE side at 10 to 12.
Triple B for ENCE, right? They got the util. They can lob that right down Banana. Mousesports are conceding it, though. And this is a great time to go for an elevated A play, right? When you read into the fact that ENCE are going to triple B early and you take fast control, they're going to push Banana and Carrigan mows him down. That's a massive couple of kills, and it's thrown a spanner in the works for ENCE. It's made Alu commit to staying on B. He was trying to run back. And even though Carrigan's not going to go into the site, he's just going to hang around in Banana. Mousesports can just bleed this one out if they want. 5 on 3, chill out, relax, and make ENCE sweat. Carrigan needs to check this corner. And he does too late. Alu gets away with a kill, looking for more. No one there. Now ENCE ready for what could be an A play right here, right now. Rops has missed the timing on Sergey's re-aggression. And Aerial's stuck back in the library. Moto smoke down. Aerial should probably go through it if he wants to actually hold on to this round, but it's too little too late. They're already in the site. Rops has done damage, and Aerial does come through, getting rid of one, but that's it, as ENCE overwhelmed inside of the A site. Alu late back off of that B pick, and too late to do anything.
That's an easy 12 to 10 scoreline, Hugo. Easy. Meanwhile, back and forth, tournament life on the line, season life on the line.
They know Alu's here, but they can't do anything to get in a peek. And at this point, Mouse are probably more worried about their money than they are about ENCE's. Because this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? If you want to win this game, you want to be forcing these saves. You want to be taking full advantage of Inferno's saving tendencies. And that might spur ENCE on to go for an investment. Like, it's only one AK, that's all you're able to hold on to, but Alu can drop one in. I think there's 2 players who could buy up, but yeah, they do decide to take the partial, which is certainly playing it safer, and that's going to allow for the AWP to come out in this follow-up round. You need to do damage here at least, though, if you're ENCE. Like, with the economy leaning so T-side at the minute, it feels like, right? Mouse have got such the advantage with this cash building up, with a chance at more and more clean rounds. You need to get the most out of these style of rounds where you are on like a partial investment. You want Alu to be getting 2. You want to make it expensive for Mouse so that then when you finally do pick up a round, you reset the money of this T side, or at least you put a dampener on the purchasing power. They're going to try and flash back in for this top banana control. And the flash is dodged. No one peeks on the back of it from either side. And this is keeping a 3-man stack in this B site for ENCE. That Molly's going to force the push to come through, along with the flash behind it. They see that Banana's clear. Now they're going to start to rotate players back into A. But it might be too little too late.
Yeah, Mouse already up long. They have so much room. The question is, how prepared is Alu, right? He's the one rifle, the one man that can do anything. And that smoke has given away the jig. Mousesports now coming up through the long position. Alu playing passive. He's been smoked. And now he has no information. He's calling to his team to watch out from every side, every corner, every angle. Mousesports is surrounding with 20 seconds. 2 pistols to put up everything here. And while they both find a killer piece, it's double trades back. Mouse clearing everything. Rob's cutting off the rotate. Alu is still here on the long side. The smoke is faded, but he can't stop the plant. And Robs is making the dance back and forth. Plant in for Mousesports, and Yampi alone. 5 and 17. He has been incredible in this series, but he has completely disappeared when ENCE need him most in this map. It wasn't really a worry on T side, right? ENCE found 9 rounds off of a really good first half. Yampi had 4 kills at the end of the half, but he has had 1 in this second half. As Mousesports get closer and closer to that finish line. 7-1 on this T side. It's exactly what we saw against Na'Vi the other day, right? And this time, the worrying factor is it wasn't even against nearly as dire a scoreline on their CT half. We know what Mousesports can do, and damn right they're doing it. Yampi's on that AWP first time. Alu, open ult, he takes a shot, misses it. Bait peek for Mousesports. Now they know about one of these weapons, but Yampi's still an unknown quantity up towards B.
Good nade at least, a little bit of chip damage onto Chris. Rops over here in the boiler, and Alu, he's the guy I'm scared of right now. And so luckily enough, smoke's getting lined up. Alu's fallback plan gonna have to be arch side now with Library getting smoked. And he'll just drop one of his own, saying to Mouse, look, if you guys want to try and attempt this wrap, you've got to come through that smoke to me. Mouse say, that's cool. We're gonna live rent-free up in the apartments. Aerial though, the landlord here to try and collect his dues, does get put down as BMAS on the entry. This guy, absolutely nuts, gets away with all the kills. Locks in a 14th for Mouse, and this recovery, to say it's underway, is an understatement. Since swapping onto this T side, they've dropped one round to ENCE. And this is finally like another real big cash injection for Mousesports. And for ENCE, up against 14, saving 2, loss bonus maxing out, that's going to probably lean you into a force buy, right? With these two players able to drop guns over, Aerial able to buy one of his own, you would get a full buy bought in. But that's like the trap of Inferno, right? Because you think about the amount of utility that's going to be behind it, and it's just not there.
Mousesports, they're just so ready for everything that's going on. They're so prepared for ENCE CT side. You can see they bait peek Alu with the AWP off twice, right? Not just in the ult mid peek, but even Frozen doing it again on the long corner. Obviously, that's a risky move because not only can you get wallbanged, but if your hands get shot, you can get killed from that. And if Alu's playing a little more aggressive or a closer angle than you expected, then he can see more than you think. There's so many ways that can go wrong, especially against such a fast CT AWPer, but Mousesports doing a great job of shutting him down. Talking of which, Yampi, who, as we've said, is already having a bad game, has just been double naded up Banana, down to 15 on a solo B play. On the one round, Mousesports going back to B. ENCE have already realized as well, they've taken ult, they've taken apartments, they're going, guys, there's no one here, and no one's even on long side, so those rotations take even more time. Yampi, usually the man you look up to do the damage here, but he has been damaged already, and he's calling for reinforcements. Mousesports walking through the smoke.
BMAS once again with the entries. First half, it was Rops doing everything he could to try and get this over the line. And now, in the second half of play, it's BMAS doing the damage to try and get them over the finish line. They do lose Rops. We're into a 3-on-4. ENCE, this is their chance to deny that map and series point to Mousesports. Chris J close at the Banana, in with one. Aerial falling. Sergey, they know that he's here as well, and that flash has left him blind, high and dry, all alone. At the top of Banana, Alu isn't even moving. He's just stuck here over towards the ruins. Looks like they're trying to deal some of this damage on the exiting players. Carrigan removed. But now they look to exit down here at Banana. BMAS locking in the kill onto Alu.
My goodness.
And so while Sergey survives, no one else does for ENCE. It's match and series point for Mousesports. ENCE, they need 5 in a row just to get this to overtime, to try and keep their dreams of a playoff run at the Pro League alive.
Just such great resilience for such a young and inexperienced player in BMAS, right? Like, obviously, he starts the series great on Nuke, 19-6. He drops off on Train, having trouble getting out of T-Con on that T-side in any rounds as the AWPs lit him up. He ended 7-17, bottom of the server, and now he's back up on top where he belongs here for Mousesports. It's the inverse story for Yampi. And this could all be coming to a close all too soon for ENCE. They may have had a great group stage run to get to the playoffs, but Mousesports have to end it here and now. Ali falling off the pallet, traded, full flashed out by BMAS. Sergey backs up. I don't know if Rob saw him there, but he looks to be on the hunt. And perfect peek for Robs. He's so ready, but not for Aerial. Trade is in. ENCE still in this round. Chris caught along looking at Library, and this is getting a little bit dicey now for Mousesports. Split up, no trade potential anymore, and ENCE are already starting to close the net on this A site.
So this is either where it all ends or ENCE keep that dream burning. Down here in the pit, Aerial, he's been good in this round. He's retrieved an AK. He's that much more deadly as a result. But we need anything but a welcoming reception from Aerial right now. In the apartments, you've got a man about to push on in. That's BMAS, who has been on a tear in this second half. Sunny wrapping through short, and Aerial dealing with BMAS. Frozen is dead in the water as well. And ENCE, they do keep the dream alive. 11 now to their name. They need 4 more. Up against 15, no room for error. We need big individuals. And while Aerial is providing, we're looking towards the likes of Yampi, someone who is talked about in very, very high regard and often gives us these critical moments for the ENCE side. 5 kills to his name. If there ever was a time for Yampi to come alive, it's right here, right now.
Yeah, Mousesports not out of the woods yet by any means. They do not want to let this go to overtime if they want to keep this streak going in the lower bracket. B being the play for Carrigan, everyone else holding on in ult. Enter back to the app setup that has gotten them so much information in the past. Sunny close to Banana as well. Could even go through the smoke. They're triple rotating B. ENCE reading into this one, but not correct. They will at least get the kill. Rob's going through the apartments. His barrel given up. Aerial's ready for the fight, and he is the man you look to for ENCE right now. Putting up a kill. Sunny can find BMAS, who can't escape with the bomb. He throws it into middle. Still retrievable for Mouse, but everyone's so much deeper than that package. They're playing for kills right now.
Aerial just catching the timing. This is weird as well, because Sergey is deep within mid, and that's going to cause a number of problems as they're getting these kills in A. That's all well and good, but they don't have the bomb. And so now someone has to go back, and they send Frozen back along with Chris J. Surely not ready for Sergey, and he's not. It's left to Chris in a 1v4. He's not looking at ult mid, and so Sergey just deals with him. 12 on the board for ENCE. And now, for a Carrigan-led team in Mousesports, this cannot be another one of those haunting Inferno memories.
Oh no, Harry. Don't say it.
Where they almost get it done, and they almost win the series they had to win.
But look at the time.
Time is running out to get this done in regulation. Tac pause called on in for the Mousesports side. Pressure being liberally applied by ENCE right now, who are fighting tooth and nail to stay in these playoffs, keep this series going. And after such a great season as well, right? No one really expected much from ENCE coming into this, and boy, oh boy, have they turned heads. And rightfully so.
They might be turning their back on the Pro League if Mousesports find any of the next 3 rounds of regulation. This is the final map. This is elimination, the first team to depart the playoffs. We will find out in the next few minutes. Who's it going to be?
Well, lots up, fast through ult mid. No banana presence. And Alu did just peek it, but he got flashed off the angle. Still, didn't hear anything outside of that flashbang, and that's given Alu cause to rotate away. Mouse, if they pick up the pace now, this timing is perfect. In go the smokes, they rush up through. There was a double up setup, so both these players now down in the pit. Chris, back turned, but that smoke has saved his life. Chris J, only good for 1, but there's the trade from BMAS. And Sergey, down in the pit, trying to put up a hold. Rops gets rid of him. It's left to Sunny and Yampi, the 2 B-site players. Carrigan already gone deep. And Mouse, they might have snatched this one from the jaws of overtime. Yampi left up in the clutch. 1v3, been so quiet all map long. And he's not able to see this one over the line. It's Mousesports carrying on through the lower bracket. ENCE